Part 5, let's set up our attack ability and some base statistics for our character. So in our character blueprint, right click the character like this and hit edit player BP if you don't already have it open, but we'll go inside and we will take a look at our attack function. So, alright, wait. Let's go set up an actual attack function and just have, instead of just having it off of the left mouse button, let's go to input again, add one more, and we'll call this attack. We'll set that to the left mouse button. Make it a little bit more proper. Something I keep neglecting to mention is that you need to click save all and save everything every once in a while, just in case the engine decides to peter out, just to make sure you don't lose everything. But yeah, so delete where it says left mouse button, right click, type in attack, get your action event, and hook it up. There's no real difference, but it just makes it feel more professional. Plus, later on, we can go back and add more buttons. So if you want to add controller support and all that, then you don't have to go back and rewrite the code. You just got to go back and put another button for each one. So we want to, if they are attacking, we want to set our walk speed. So drag off the character movement component, drag off, set max walk speed to 0. And then after the delay and after they are not attacking anymore, we want to find out if they are still in guard mode or not. Because you never know, they might have let go. Are they guarding? Control C, Control V to copy that over. True, they are still guarding, then we'll set our walk speed back to 175. Copy C, Control V. If they are not guarding, then we will set our speed back to 450. Just to make sure that everything's hunky-dory. So let's take a look real quick just to see. So pull the weapon, attack. There we go. Alright, now we need to set up some basic stats for our character. I'm going to set my current weapon back to wooden sword, so that it's just, you know, proper RPG style. Start off with the basic, work up later, right? Okay, so under variables, we're going to add a new one. Change it to a integer, because this will be strength. So base strength. We'll make it to where the sword actually adds on to it. Base strength. Right click, duplicate. Sword damage mod for damage modifier. And let's see. When you have a variable highlighted over here on the right under the details panel, you can go to category and type in a new one. I'm going to type in player stats, and then we have this new little category where you can put them. So I'm going to drag this up, put it in player stats, and then when I want to hide stuff, or if I want to adjust their stats, I know exactly where they're at. So base strength we'll set to something, you can pick whatever you like. I'm going to go for 2 because that's usually what I go for. That'll be their base strength, and then the sword damage modifier will be the strength of the sword they have equipped, which we will adjust from the actual sword. Let's just set up all their stats real quick. So we'll have our health, which is, we gotta have 2 health variables, current health, which we will click this and make it a float. Also up here into stats, duplicate, and we'll call this one max health. That way we know how much health they can have versus how much health they actually have at the time, like if they've taken damage or whatever. But when they level up, this can go up. Let's see. Duplicate, we'll get current mana. Same thing for this one, max mana. Let them know how much they can have when their bar is full versus how much they have after they've casted a spell, etc. And we'll do experience, current XP, drag that up to the player stats. We'll leave that one afloat too. And we'll call this next level, so we know when they're going to level up. Speaking of leveling up, I guess it helps to have a level variable. And we'll make that one an integer. Integer is a whole number, whereas a float number is like it can have a 0.1, 0.2, etc. But integer is just 1, 2, 3. So we'll default the level to 1. Next level, which is how much experience they need to level up, I'm going to say 20 for demonstration's sake. Max mana, 30. These are all arbitrary values that you can change to whatever you like. 30. Max health, say 50. Current health, 50. We'll compile, and then that should be good for now. Okay. Just need to make sure I wasn't just sitting here talking to myself real quick. Anyway. So, underneath our attack function, we're going to right-click, type custom event, call it attack trace. And off of this, we're going to do a sphere trace by channel, which is sphere trace. It's like a line trace, if you know what a line trace is. It just it's a little bit more reliable to hit a wider area. In the viewport, we will go to our character, add a component called a scene component, and attach it to our, leave it where it's at, I guess. I don't really need to change, so we'll say attack from, so that we know where to fire the line trace or sphere trace from. Back in our event graph, we'll drag that out. Get world location. Hook that to the start. Attack from get forward vector, so we know which direction it's facing. Off of the get world location, we'll drag off, type plus sign, and do vector plus vector. Off of forward vector, we'll drag off and do, hold shift 8 and it'll add that little star. We'll do a vector times a float. This will be your attack radius, or not radius, your attack range, like how far you can reach. And set that to there. Hook that to the end. That way it finds out where you're at and how far forward you can go. For the radius, just 20, I suppose. For actors to ignore, because we don't want this to hit our character and hurt them, we want to get get player character. There we go. Just do a get player character and hook it to the actors to ignore. It'll automatically make an array of just your character, because you want it to hit everything but you. Under draw debug type for duration, this will give you a little bit of a line for a bit to show you where it's hit. Off of this out hit variable, drag off break hit result. Hold B, left click for a branch. We want to make sure that it did hit something, so return value, did it hit something? See, true if there was a hit, false otherwise. Try it off. Put that like that. If the hit actor has tag, because all of our characters that can take damage will have the tag of enemy. Hold B and boom again. Did it hit something? Yes. Did it hit something with the tag of enemy? If yes, then we want to right click, apply damage. Hook that to the true, hook the damage actor to the hit actor, and the base damage to be our base strength plus the sword damage modifier. And that will be how much damage it does. So that should be everything for that. In our there is something about these scene components sometimes, so it helps if I actually set up the event first, I suppose. Off of our attacking and our player anim BP, go to the animation for our attack, double click to open it up, and just like we added an animation notify last time, we want to about anywhere in here, I guess. I'm going to do it right here, so right click, add notify, and call it attack. Boy. Now, in the event graph, we're going to get our attack. I like to add a little exclamation point so I know which one I should go for. Control C, get another version of our player if, come on down, get our attack trace function, and then we'll call it every time at that precise moment. I like to do it that way instead of trying to time out delays in here and then fire it off. And, it's easier to just do it from the animation graph. So in here, and then we'll okay, well it fired off at least, but I forgot to set how far forward we're going to go. So we'll promote this to a variable and call it attack range. I'm going to default that one to 150 for now. We'll also set that under our player stats. So there's sometimes these traces fire off. Oh no, it's going straight forward. Alright. So there we go. Now we can actually hit stuff like boom, you see the green? That means it got hit. Yeah, you got smacked. Apparently right in the crotch. But now it's working. So just to double check that it's actually going to be doing the damage, let's go into our blueprints folder, right click, add a new folder, call it enemies, open it up, right click, blueprint class of a character type, and call it knight underscore BP, double click to open it up. For the mesh, we want to go get the paladin boar. Oh, did I not import him yet? I guess not. You know what? You're just going to be this one again for now, just for testing purposes. And delete all this. Right click in their event graph and say any damage. So that if you're hit by anything at all, you just immediately destroy the actor, so we'll know if it's actually delivering on the damage like it's supposed to. Now if you remember, it'll only deliver damage if we have it set up to be an enemy tag. So we type in tag into this details, tags, add an element, and type in enemy. It has to be spelled exactly the same way as the other one, that's why I just go for a generic enemy. And then, good on that, we'll go to our mesh, scroll down all the way to where it says collision, collision presets. We want to do custom because it has to block this visibility trace. Otherwise it ain't going to do nothing. So block that visibility. Ignore our camera so it doesn't cause the camera to jump around. Compile. It helps if you drag one out into the world. And then we'll test it real quick. Boom. You're dead. Die! Alright. I got an enemy that can die. So let's go ahead and fix our sword real quick. I'm on the wooden sword, so double click to open it up. And we'll add some variables such as sword damage, which in our player BP that was, yeah, an integer. We want it to be the same. So we'll make that one an integer. We'll set up another variable for our attack range, which is a float, and one more for our attack speed. When we build off of our attack, we'll make it to where each sword can swing at different speeds. So I'll just go ahead and set it up for now. Attack range for this sword, I'll say 150. Sword damage will be also 2. And the attack speed for this one will be 1. I mean, it'll be able to swing every 1 second. We'll delete both of these nodes. On event begin play, we'll cast to our player BP, get character off of the object node. We will set sword damage modifier to our sword damage. We will set attack range to swords. Oh no, I don't know what happened there. Alright. We'll set our sword damage to sword damage. And we'll set our attack range to attack range. That's all for now, for that one. So that we have our base strength and the sword damage modifier, and those will be combined in order to deliver the full power of our swing. So, yeah. So now, boom, you're dead. Now we have our attack set up where it actually works, right? We can go ahead and destroy that, or not destroy, but change this draw debug type back to none. Compile, save all. Now it doesn't have that ugly line, and you're dead, and it works. So yay! When you right click, it's doing the camera jerk thing, so unreleased is guarding is true. Refresh mode. Refresh mode. Okay, no, it's not doing the camera jerk thing. Sometimes you gotta just refresh the nodes. I don't really know why, but it works. So here we go. And, no, it's still doing it. Oh, because I'm a moron. Okay, we're gonna grab this. Alright, grab the guarding node. Control C, Control V, drag it down. Set it to false. Ugh. Tell you. Let's try. Alright, there we go. Alright, well that's it for this video. I feel like I'm droning on. But, yeah. Alright, see you in the next part.